Guys, I am super excited. We all know Speed Duels is coming to an end, sadly, but that doesn't mean we can't celebrate. Well, maybe celebrate's the wrong word. I'm not happy that Speed Duels is dying, guys, but I am happy to open up a Speed Duel booster box. Now chat, I have featured Speed Duel gameplay on my channel, so if you want to actually see how Speed Duels is played, be sure to check out those videos. I'll leave a link in the description below. I know my bad unboxing videos don't do quite as good as my gameplay or any other videos that I do, but it is still fun nonetheless to do it. It's pretty easy to film these, so I guess why not? You know, some extra content from the channel is always nice. I don't see anything wrong with that. Ka-ching. Let's crack it open, lads. Steel and swords, boys. Let's start with this side. There are 36 packs and only 4 cards per pack, so let's see if we can find anything nice and good. Oh, I love Yu-Gi-Oh packs. Like, just the feeling, very premium. We'll go over every card, just kind of see what the best card effects are. Fighting Spirit. Release Restraint. Oh, that's my boy, Gearfried, the Iron Knight. Very cool, very cool to see some Gearfried Iron Knight support. The beginning of the end. You can barely see the artwork. If you have 7 or more dark monsters in your graveyard, banish 5 dark monsters from your graveyard and draw 3 cards. Very cool to see. And Empress Mantis. No shinies in that pack, so unlike the other packs we've opened from Yu-Gi-Oh, this is not guaranteed to have a shiny in the pack, but still very nice cards. Blast Spear. Ally of Justice Core Destroyer. I know the Synchro monster that's also Ally of Justice used to be used quite a bit in Yu-Gi-Oh! Gatekeeper. Dekoichi, the Battle-Chanted Locomotive. We got Thomas the Dank Engine over here. That's hella cool. Machine. Draw 1 card, then draw 1 additional card for each face-up. Bokichi, the Frightening Car you control. I don't know if you can really see this, but this card is severely warped. I know if Yu-Gi-Oh! The shiny cards are very notorious for warping, and this, like, straight out of the pack is just super warped. It's an old set, so we take what we can get. Make a train deck, guys. Can we make a train deck in Yu-Gi-Oh? Usually when people say train deck, they're talking about those fat level 10 train cards, but I'm talking about this kind of train for a train deck. That'd be pretty cool. Slot Machine, a classic card from Bandit Keith. Insect Armor with Laser Cannon, Magical Plant Mandragola, and Direct Tyrannus. Dark Tyrannus in the chat, lads. Not all our shinies are super warped like that. Another Release Restraint, another Beginning of the End. I wonder, maybe this is a smaller set than most Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I didn't look up the set beforehand. I guess it would make sense since there are less cards per pack. And there's only so many Speed Duel cards you can use. Spellbinding Circle, that's a classic card. Machine Conversion Factory. I remember this card in the Game Boy Color game, Dark Duel Stories. It looked a lot different than this artwork. It had like wrenches and screws and stuff like that. That's very cool, very basic equip card. Could only the Machine Monster, gains 300 attack and defense. Very cool to see. Danny Pon and Cabazols. Mantis, Slot Machine. I wonder what it'd be like to do like a draft format for Speed Duels, like just get a box, maybe split one with my bro, and quickly make like 2 decks just out of the cards we pull. I think that'd be an interesting video, do like a draft format for a Speed Duel. Blue-Eyed Silver Zombie. I remember this one from the games as well. A lot of these cards, since they're from like the older sets of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's very cool to see them, like the real life versions of the cards from the video games. You know, the video games like Resha Pharaoh of Destruction, Yu-Gi-Oh! Trials to Glory, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, something like that. I think it's really awesome to see these cards in real life. It's really a treat for me, but if you're like a hardcore collector who's been collecting for a long time, then maybe all these duplicates probably don't mean a lot to you, which is understandable. But for someone like me who didn't have a ton of cards, this is really cool to see. Spellbinding Circle. Machine Con, Vampire Lord, ultra rare. I think this is ultra rare. The words and the art is shiny. Vampire Lord, ultra rare. Vampire Lord isn't not quite as warped. Still a little bit warpage, but I can live with that one. We got a skill card, Bandit Keith's skill card, the Bandit. If your life points are 1500 or less, activate this skill. Take control of one set card in your opponent's spell and trap card zone. This skill can only be used once per duel. That's pretty cool. So you can like steal your opponent's set spell or trap. That's kind of awesome. Fortress Whale, a classic ritual monster. Security Orb. I don't think I've ever seen this trap card. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, target that attacking monster, change that target's battle position. If this set card is destroyed by your opponent's spell or trap effect and sent to the graveyard, destroy one monster on the field. Very cool. So if your opponent blind MSTs or something, well, they're gonna get shreked by this. That's awesome. And 7 complete with the Bandit Keith in the same pack. Equipped to a machine monster, and it can increase its attack or defense by 700 points. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, like when I see this card, I obviously think of the slot machine card. I think in the cartoon, that's what Bandit Keith does. He summons this, and then he uses the 7 complete to power him up. That's really cool to see. So a lot of Bandit Keith cards, a lot of classic machines. I love the machines. They look really cool. That's cool to see. I was expecting, just from the cover art, I was expecting more Joey cards, but I do love me some classic Bandit Keith in America, boys. I keep saying in America, that's a reference to like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged series.
In America.
I realize not everyone has seen that, but let me know below if you've seen the Abridged series. That's classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. Eternal Rest. This artwork looks super spooky. I remember having this card. It would kind of creep me out when I was a kid. Now I think it's super dope. But yeah, Eternal Rest. I kind of want to do a video like top 10 like spooky, edgy, classic artworks. I guess I'm not really too sure what kind of commentary I'd give. Like I don't want to give like, oh, that happened type commentary, you know? So I'm not sure if I'll do that, but kind of a video idea. I want to do more top 10s because I want to do more countdown videos, I should say, because that one Y Schwartz countdown video did really well. Blast Spear, Insect Armor, Tyrannus, Release Restraint. We're seeing a lot of duplicates. I think I'll have a play set of every card with just one of these. Of course, there's a limited card pool because it is Speed Duels, but very awesome to see. Major Upset. Is that an enraged Moki Moki right there? I think that's what it is, Moki Moki. That's awesome. Moki Moki, Fire Reaper. Ooh, I love the old school artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh! That looks gorgeous. There's just something about the old school. Like I always think of that meme, you've probably seen it before, where it's like good cards then versus good cards now. Like the old ones look like super edgy and cool, and the new ones is just like cartoon characters, which, you know, I mean, I like cartoons too, but like there's something about the old school artwork that looks so edgy and, dare I say, almost demonic that I used to love. And I love seeing this in these packs. And I know this is just a dinky little normal monster, 700 attack, 500 defense, nothing crazy, but it still looks super cool. I definitely want to, I think it would be really fun to do like to do a draft format where we just open up random packs and make decks out of them. I think that'd be really fun for a speed duel. A Reaper with a flaming arrow that burns an enemy to a crisp. Very cool. 7 complete. Troop Dragon for our super rare. I want to say this is a super rare. It's warped like one. That Vampire Lord looks gorgeous. That Vampire Lord made this whole box worth it. I don't think we'll pull anything quite as cool again. Spell Power Grasp. Infinity Dwarf. Launcher Spider, very cool. Gravity Axe Grail. Tyrannus Plant. Master Craftsman Gamil. I misread this as Gmail in my head. Master Craftsman Gamil. Spell Power Grass. My bro used that card against me to great effect in our last Yu-Gi-Oh! Video. Definitely check that out if you haven't already. Our last Speed Duel video.
Do some magic. Spell Power Grass.
Oh, looks like there's another skill card. Bandit Keith skill card. Heavy Metal Raiders. Wow, that artwork looks insane. It's shiny too. It's the first time each Dark Machine monster you control would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed. And if you took battle damage from the battle, it gains that much attack after damage calculation. and keeps that attack gain as long as this card is on the field. Once per turn, if a monster you control that was originally a dark machine destroys a card on the field by battle or card effect, you can special summon one dark machine monster from your hand. This is a powerful field spell. Wow, that's really cool. I guess because it is a field spell, it can be popped by like an MST or something, but very cool to see. That's beautiful artwork. That artwork is just gorgeous. My camera's not gonna do it justice, but that is amazing artwork. We got the 7 slot machine, the pendulum, the blast spear, the launcher spider. This artwork is gorgeous. Yeah, I definitely want to do more gameplay videos. I love Speed Duels. They're really quick, fast, and easy to edit, and they're fun to play too. I love Y Schwartz as well. I want to do a few more Y Schwartz. It's just always so difficult to get the boys together to play card games. Like I'll probably just resort to doing more tabletop simulator in the future. It's just easier. It's easier to say, hey buddy, can you jump online and play some tabletop simulator than it is to be like, hey, haul your ass over to my house and let me film you play card games. It's just so much easier to do tabletop simulator, but the live action gameplay is just so much more energetic and fun. If you play card games like I do, yeah, I don't have to explain it, you just know. Another pack full of duplicates there. We're on the left side. Let's see if we can pull some more epic cards. Danny Pawn, Cabasouls, Pendulum Machine, Break Draw, Upset, Fortress Whale's Oath, Bakoichi the Frightening Car. This is I think this is in cahoots with our locomotive over here. I've mostly been getting the Bandit Keith cards, which, you know, no complaints here. I definitely think the machines are cooler than like Joey's cards or I guess also Meku Tsunami. Like, I've only been seeing the Fortress Whale stuff. Another Fortress Whale right here. Called it, boys. Security Orb. I really love the artwork of the classic ritual monsters too. I would always see those in the video games as well, but like I feel like classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Always kind of held ritual monsters with a little bit more reverence, even though they were never really all that good because they required a lot of resources to summon, and you'd kind of just be stuck with like a big vanilla monster, which didn't really have a lot of effects or protection. Even back then, it wasn't really that good, but I still loved the idea of ritual monsters. Eternal Rest, Launcher Spider, Command Knight, fuck you. What's the point of this, Joey? Screech. Summon complete. Upset, Fortress Whale Oath, Frightening Car. Are we all out of shinies? I think we might be all out of shinies. We got 4, I guess. It'd be cool to find more skill cards too. Dwarf, Leaked, Insect Armor. I'm gonna blast through these last few packs. Fire Reaper, Eternal Rest, Launcher Spider, another shiny, Dark Red Enchanter. This is a super rare. Definitely warped a bit. I don't know, maybe this box was stored in like a humid area or something, but the amount of warpage in these cards is a little upsetting. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna affect the score. The imaginary score that I rate these boxes, which I don't do ratings on boxes. I'm just being a goofster. Slot machine, I'm pretty sure I got a playset of slot machines now. Screech, Inferni Dwarf, Zombie, Book of Life, some zombie support. Definitely worthy of the Ranman badass seal of approval right here. We got a good amount of shinies, definitely more shinies than we usually get off a standard Y Schwartz box. That's for sure. I say that, but Y Schwartz is getting better at including more shinies, so. Last, Break Draw, Gatekeeper, Metamorph, ultra rare, very shiny. Let's see if we can get another skill card. I want to see a new skill card. The skill cards are definitely the most interesting part of Speed Duels. I really love them. I really love having like random powers you can use based on the cartoon characters. And lo and behold, another Bandit Keith skill card, Spell-Proof Armor. I remember this from Duelist Kingdom. How like in the cartoon, if you've never seen the cartoon, like Bandit Keith, he used a lot of machine monsters, and Yugi like tries to do like an attack with a magic or something, and like Bandit Keith is like, well, machines aren't affected by magic and whatnot. Because they'd always make up crap in like the Duelist Kingdom era, but it's still very cool. Very cool to see that Konami like references that in these new skill cards, and I think that's just so fun. It's just beautiful flavor to enhance game mechanics. That's the essence of, to me, what makes a great board game or card game or even video game. Just flavor that enhance game mechanics. That's really the essence of gaming. Activate this skill during your main phase. All machine monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's spell effects. You can normal summon machine normal monsters with 1 less tribute. If a non-machine monster is in your graveyard, flip this skill over. This skill can only be used once per duel. Ally of Justice, Dwarf, Zombie, Fortress Whale. I guess there's only Bandit Keith skill cards in this box. I was expecting to see like another Joey skill card or even like a Mako Tsunami skill card. Despite Joey being on the cover, I don't think I've seen any Joey cards in this set, which I'm not complaining because I do love seeing all this Bandit Keith love. Bandit Keith is really cool. We got maybe 3 packs left. Spider, 7 complete. Ally of Justice. Another Vampire Lord, ultra rare. Konami must have heard me say I love Vampire Lord. He's like, here's another one, fam. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, declare 1 type of card, monster, spell, or trap. Your opponent sends 1 card of that type from their deck to the graveyard once per turn during your next standby phase. After this card in your possession was destroyed and sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon this card from the graveyard so it can resurrect itself. Very cool. Let me know in the comment section below what bands you think Vampire Lord listens to. I'm gonna say he listens to Seosin for sure, and probably something a little more edgy too, like, I don't know, Motionless in White or something, Whitechapel, or maybe even Parkway Drive, the older stuff. 2 more packs. What else we got? Tyrannus, Restraint, Spell Power Grass, Launcher Spider. The last pack, lads. Let's see what's in it. Dwarf, Zombie, Fortress Whale, Mandragola. I feel like we got a ton of these Mandragolas. Very cool to see. A good amount of cards in these packs and a good amount of shinies. Check out our haul here. We got 2 Vampire Lords, Metamorph, Locomotive, Troop Dragon, Book of Life, Dark Red Enchanter, and we got 3 skill cards, all Bandit Keith, Bandit, Spellproof Armor, and my favorite, Heavy Metal Raiders. That gorgeous artwork. Very, very fun to open up one of these Speed Duel boxes and just relive all the classic cards, all the cards that I remember from the video games as well. Let me know if you want more Speed Duels, boys. Thank you so much for checking out the content.